Good morning, Judge Knight.
Hey, good morning. Just give me one moment here. I'm waiting on the court-appointed application forms. I didn't receive those back as yet.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure that they send them up to you now, okay?
Okay.
One moment.
Okay, thank you. I'll print those out before we get started then. So I'll look
Okay,
for
sir.
print those. All right.
Okay. You're welcome. Judge Knight, you should be getting the paperwork soon, okay, sir?
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. Judge Nice, did you receive the court-appointed attorney form, yes, sir?
Not as yet.
Not as of yet? Okay. They were scanned to you, though.
Okay.
I'll stand by.
Right, I'm here. I haven't received them as yet.
Okay.
I'm here. I have my email open, waiting.
Yes, sir. Judge Knight, just checking with you to see if you got the paperwork yet. Judge Knight?
I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm waiting. I just checked my email again. It's pulled up. My email is pulled up and I'm sitting here looking, but it's not
Okay,
emails yet. I'm here. My email is up and open and nothing yet.
okay, let me go check with them again, okay? One moment, sir.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
All right, ladies, move it over this way. Y'all stand up.
All right. It just came through to me. I'm going to go ahead and print it out.
Judge Knight?
Yes, I'm here. I got it. I just said I received it, so I'm printing it now. So if you give me 2 minutes here, let me get it off the printer and we'll be ready.
Yes, sir. We're standing by. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. All right, good morning. Deputy, we ready?
Yes, sir. Wait, ready for you.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. Today is January 2021. This is the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. I'm Judge Knights. We're here this morning for your first appearance. So I just want to inform you, there's a few things I'll be telling you about today. We're not here to have a trial. We're not here for a plea. And certainly because we are in fact on Zoom this morning, I do want to let you know that it's being broadcast live, it's being recorded and stored. And there's a possibility that if you say anything related to the charge or charges you're here for today, that it can be used against you potentially in other proceedings. So I caution you not to say anything to me. I can't try your case today. I'm just simply here to do three things. First, I'm here to tell you what you're charged with, what your bond is. If you're entitled to a bond, I'll let you know what your bond is. I'm here to let you know what your preliminary hearing is, which is your next hearing, which is also known as a probable cause hearing. And probable cause is simply the reason for your arrest, the reason the officer arrested you. So that's your next hearing, and I'll give you that hearing date. And then lastly, we'll discuss court-appointed counsel. So if you're entitled to a court-appointed attorney, based on the form that I was waiting here on that you completed, the application for court-appointed counsel, I'll appoint an attorney this morning after I go through and review it. And that attorney will contact you shortly, and you'll be in touch with that person. So certainly you have that right to remain silent. And if you give up that right, certainly I just cautioned you on that. And certainly that right to counsel stays with you from today all the way through trial or however your case is disposed of and resolved. Here's some other rights you have. You have the right to the presumption of innocence. The state has the burden of proving your case beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury. You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine any witnesses that the state will call to testify against you. And you have the right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf. For those of you charged with felonies, you have the right to an indictment by grand jury. So the state, through the district attorney, can take your case to the grand jury, attorney, and then the grand jury can indict your case, and that will be known as a true bill, or they can dismiss your case, and that will be known as a no bill. For those of you charged with some felony and those charged with misdemeanors, you have the right to an accusation, and that is the official paper, the charging document that the district attorney or solicitor general will charge you with. So keep in mind, today I have the charges in front of me. And I reviewed them. Some of them I have the power to dismiss today, some of them reduce, and some leave as is. But once your case gets to Superior Court, to the district attorney for Superior Court, those charged with felonies, or to state court, those charged with misdemeanors, the solicitor or district attorney can add or dismiss charges as well. But that's for the next phase after today. As far as bond goes, if you're entitled to a bond, you can post your bond through certain ways. You'll be able to have an unrestricted bond for release pending prosecution of your case. Some of you will be allowed to post cash bonds, can be allowed to post commercial or property bonds. A few things I want to let you know. If you post a cash bond, someone can deliver the bond, the full amount of the cash, and any fees that are applicable. So let's say, for example, I say it's a $1,000 bond. There may be some fees associated with that. I'll let you know right now. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't work with the bonding company, so I can't tell you what the fees are. And I don't work with the sheriff, so I don't know what those fees may be. So once you can post a bond, the fees will be attached to it, and the cash will be held until this case is completely disposed of and that money can be returned but of course the fee cannot be returned. If you post a if you go to a commercial bonding company that's approved by the sheriff, someone can pay that bond on your behalf. And the fee, again, I don't know what the fee is, but it can be sometimes up to 15% of your bond. So you just would have to check with the bonding company. And again, the fee can be returned. The fee will not be returned, but the other amount will be. Just want to let you all know, there are some of you who have special conditions on your bond. A special condition means that you can't go somewhere or you can't have contact with a person. So if I say don't go to 123 Main Street, that's a special condition. If I say don't contact Johnny Smith, that's a special condition. If you violate that special condition and you go back to 123 Main Street or you contact Johnny Smith, whether it's third party, social media, have someone else do it, you do it directly, text message, whatever means of contact, then that can be a violation of your special condition of your bond, and that can lead to a new felony. Certainly one of the felonies or new offense, one of those new offenses is a felony known as aggravated stalking. There's another offense known as influencing witness, and other charges can apply, and violating a court's bond conditions is also there. Keep in mind, these charges can range, in particular aggravated stalking, from 1 to 10 years in prison, as well as up to a $20,000 fine. So please take those special conditions very seriously. If you have a family member or the person who is the subject of the special condition is in the order that I'm going to sign, that I've signed today already, then that person cannot post bond for you. So if I say stay away from Johnny Smith can't post your bond, all right? So keep that in mind. If you're charged with an offense that, because this is magistrate court, magistrate judges cannot give you a bond on certain charges. So if I can't give you a bond today, is because I don't have the authority to do so under the law. All right, you will have to get bond from a superior court judge or at another hearing if a magistrate court judge is sitting by designation to give you bond. But as for today's purposes, I can't give you a bond, and that will be because the law doesn't allow me to. All right, so once you speak with your lawyer, get a court-appointed attorney, or if you're going to hire your own attorney, or even if you're representing yourself, your lawyer can file a motion for bond. You can get back in court quicker than the date that I give you, and bond can be addressed then, or it can be addressed at first appearance. That will be a decision for a different day. So keep that in mind. So the purpose of the preliminary hearing, as I mentioned to you, is for probable cause. I'll give you that court date, and I can tell you all now, for misdemeanors, that date will be March 2nd at 8:30. For felonies, it can be either March 10th or March 12th at 8:30. Now, again, those are the dates for your preliminary hearing. Keep in mind, some of you, I will allow you to waive your preliminary hearing. So if you wish to waive, especially those of you charged with misdemeanors, you can waive your prelim. Some of you charged with felonies can waive your prelim. Some of you cannot. And we'll discuss as I get to you. Now, what I do want to mention as well is for your next court date, the preliminary hearings I mentioned, if you bond out of jail, if you get out of jail before March 2nd or March 10th or March 12th, if you bond out, you're free to bond out whenever you can post a bond. If you bond out, it's automatically waived. So you can just ignore those dates, the date I give you, and it doesn't matter. The only time it'll apply is if you're still in jail, all right? That makes sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll go ahead and call the calendar in a moment. Again, keep in mind, there's some things I don't know. I don't know what the fee for the bond is. I don't know what the percentage you have to pay is. And I don't know, certainly, if you'll be able to, if you post your bond and you get out, then I don't know when your new court date after you bond out of jail is, because You'll get information from the state court or superior court once you bond out. All right, so that's what's going to happen this morning, and I'll allow you the opportunity to ask me questions that I can answer. I can't give you legal advice. That's what a lawyer is for. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call the calendar here. Each of you, before we begin, please raise your right hand as best as you can. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the statements of testimony you may give in this matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all. All right, Deputy, I see that the females are in a different location. Are we just doing the females, or are we just gonna go through alphabetically?
No, sir, if you can start with the females first, and then we'll stand by.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, you went out. Females first. Camera went out. Your camera's out now, Deputy, for the females. There you go.
I'm adjusting camera right quick. Hold on, Judge.
All right. Oh, and one more thing. Before we go through, can you let me know, because there's some that I don't have the paperwork for. Who's out? Who's out to bond? I got Allison, Deontay Allison.
Yes, sir. Allison is bonded out. Gary Allman just bonded out.
Okay.
Okay, Deontay Johnson.
Okay.
Last name King.
King, you said?
King.
Yeah, okay, Katrina, okay, I got you.
Okay, last name Smith.
Smith, is it Aljon?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Trejo Salazar.
Okay.
The next one up under there, Virrueta.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
And Weeks.
Weeks. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That seems right, because I couldn't find all their paperwork. I'm like, they must be out. And then one more thing. Deputy, who's this?
Deputy Knox. Deputy Knox.
How you doing this morning?
Hey, sir. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. All right. So for Jose Montana and Darnell Finizzi, we're gonna have to continue them to Monday, because the interpreter line, they can't get an email link for Zoom. You know how we would do it in court before COVID. They can't do it. They can't get an email, so they'll have to do it over the phone, and it'll be difficult for them to do it over the phone. So, especially since they won't be able to see. So, okay. So we can't do Jose Montano and Darnell Finizzi. So they will continue to Monday.
All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Deputy Knox, do you do it all the time? Is it you all the time? I know I saw you the last few times. Is it you at each time for first appearance? No, sir, not always. Okay. It's just my weekend. I got you. Okay. All right. So we're ready here. Good morning, ma'am. What's your name?
Natalie Caban.
Can you say your last name again?
Caban.
Natalie Caban.
Okay. Hang on for me one moment, please. All right, Ms. Caban, you're charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and your bond will be $7,000. Do you understand what you're charged with and what your bond amount is?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you completed an application here for court-appointed counsel, and do you receive any income?
Unemployment.
All right, and is that the 540 that you have there?
The 540.
Oh, that's the monthly payment for your automobile?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the unemployment amount that you receive?
91.
All right, so I reviewed that application and I will appoint an attorney to represent you. That attorney will be in contact with you. Stay in touch with that person, and your preliminary hearing date is scheduled for March 10th at 8:30.
Thank you.
All right, you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Is this Tamika?
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, you're charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. And that is felony kind. It's a $7,000 bond. Do you understand what you're charged with and your bond amount?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I have a question.
Do you understand what you're charged with and your bond amount?
Yes,
Okay. All right. You completed an application here for court-appointed counsel, and I will approve that application. You will have an attorney to represent you. And your next court date for preliminary hearing is March 10th at 8:30. You have any questions?
no,
Do you have any questions?
no, sir.
All right. But you said you don't have any questions.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Hang on for me one moment, please. All right, is this Kelsey? Is your first name Kelsey?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is it, I'm gonna take a crack at it, Chantra Bhutha, or am I saying it wrong?
Check the good, Your Honor.
Chantra Bhutha, okay. Thank you. Good morning to you. You're charged with one count of possession of marijuana. And that is the misdemeanor count, less than an ounce, possession of a drug-related object, and possession of cocaine, which is a felony. And your bond amounts are $1,500 on the marijuana, $500 on the possession of drug-related object, and $7,000 on the possession of cocaine. You understand what you're charged with and the bond amounts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any additional source of income here on this court-appointed form that you completed? Do you have an additional source besides the $1,200?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I will appoint an attorney to represent you, and your preliminary hearing is scheduled for March 10th at 8:30. All right, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And what is your name? Is this Miss Coleman?
Yes, sir. Rio Coleman.
All right, Ms. Coleman, you're charged with one count of battery. I'm sorry, you're charged with one count of simple assault, family violence. And there is a $3,500 bond. You understand what you're charged with and the bond amount?
Yes, sir.
All right, there is a special condition on your bond that you are not to return to 3563 Armento Drive in Ellenwood. And you are not to have, if you do return there, you have to schedule an appointment with the sheriff within 10 days from your release of the Clayton County Jail. And the sheriff can accompany you, one of the deputies can accompany you to get your belongings from that location. You also are to have no contact with Kushif Rudison, his date of birth 6/25/1988. Do you understand those special conditions?
Yes, sir. Could I say something?
One moment. I'll give you a chance in one moment here.
Yes, sir.
I did review your application for court-appointed counsel, and I am going to approve that application. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for March 2nd at 8:30. All right, you understand all of those things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead. What questions do you have for me?
I don't live there and I don't have possessions there. He was keeping my daughter. So I was trying to get her. He was abusing her.
All right, ma'am. You can let your court-appointed counsel know where they can help you. I'll leave the condition on there because of the nature of the charge. But I hope everything works out, and good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, Mariah Harvey.
All right, ma'am. Good morning. What is your name?
Mariah Harvey.
Mariah Harvey. Ms. Harvey, hang on for me one moment here. Great for work. Okay, Ms. Harvey, you're charged with one count of crossing the guard line with a prohibited, with contraband, crossing the guard line, that's a felony, $5,000 bond. And you're charged with possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana, it's misdemeanor, it's a $1,500 bond. Do you understand what you're charged with and your bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right. The application for court-appointed counsel that you completed, review that, and I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Stay in touch with that individual. And your preliminary hearing date is scheduled for March 10th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right. You have any questions?
Yes, I don't, how do I handle what I was arrested for? I haven't heard anything about that warrant that I was arrested for.
Okay, yeah, so I just mentioned it's crossing the guard line, and that is, your warrant reads that you were transported to the Clayton County Jail following a traffic arrest. Upon arrival and subsequent search of your person, marijuana was discovered hidden in your bra and in your purse by correctional officers. And you're charged with crossing the guard line and possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this Dominique Hayes?
No, that's my brother.
Who are you?
I'm Shirley Jackson.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, I got here one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. I'm sorry, 2 counts of that. The first one relates to possession of marijuana, and the second one relates to possession with intent to distribute. And then you're charged with, each of those carry a bond of $10,000 each, and then you're charged with crossing the guard line, which is a felony, and that is a $3,500 bond. Do you understand what you're charged with and the bond amounts on each of those offenses?
I understand. I do, but I don't. Like, I don't understand why I'm being charged with any of that except for crossing the guard line.
All right, ma'am. Your name is Shayla Joanna Jackson.
Yes.
right, so on the 29th of January, 2021, you were in possession of more than an ounce of a large bag of marijuana located in plain view on the passenger side floorboard. There's also 2 packs of small bags suggesting the intent to distribute. You did cross the guard line when you entered the Clayton County Jail with a pipe utilized for drug use, and a baggie of an unknown substance was located in your person, controlled in your vagina area, was located by an officer of the Clayton County Jail. Those are the offenses that you're charged with today. Or those are the underlying facts of the offenses that you're charged with today. Do you understand, Ms. Jackson?
No.
All right. Those are the charges and those are the bond amounts.
Can you tell me what amounts again?
Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for March 10th at 8:30. All right, do you have any other questions for me?
Yes, can you repeat those bond amounts for me?
Sure, it's 10,000,
Mm-hmm.
10,000, and 3,500.
So what, I don't understand. Now, I'll just ask them. I'll ask them.
Okay. All right, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Jasmine Kemp, sir.
All right, good morning, Ms. Kemp.
Good morning.
You're charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana.
No, sir.
Hang on for me, ma'am.
Okay,
I need you to listen.
okay.
You're Ms. Kemp. I apologize. That's not you. Jasmine Kemp. You're charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Your bond is denied at this time on that offense. You're charged with 1 count of battery. There's a $5,000 bond and 1 count of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. It's a $3,500 bond. All right, do you understand those offenses and what you're charged with?
Wait, so do I have a bond or do I not?
You have a bond on 2 offenses and you have to speak with counsel that I will appoint to represent you on the aggravated assault charge to get them to get a bond on that offense at a different date. There's no bond on that charge. All right, do you understand?
Okay, is this a no bond because you can't give it to me, correct?
Correct, based on the nature of the charges, of that charge.
Of an aggravated assault charge, I don't get a bond? Am I understanding that correctly?
You get an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, ma'am. You're not getting a bond today on that offense.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, your preliminary hearing is scheduled for March 10th at 8:30.
Okay.
All right, you have any questions?
So just to make sure that I understand this.
Sure.
I have a bond for 2, but I don't have a bond for 1, so I cannot get out, correct?
That's correct. So once you speak with counsel, your attorney knows the process of having a bond hearing, and it's possible you can get a bond once we get a hearing. But as of today, I can't issue a bond because of that charge and the underlying facts that are in front of me. So once you have a hearing, more than likely you'll get a bond, but I don't know what that amount would be.
You don't know when I will get the hearing either, sir?
Right, so I don't know what the schedule will be. So once you speak with your attorney and they file it, I don't know how quickly they will file it. So it would just depend on how quickly they do their part, if that makes sense. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Michelle Rocks. Good morning.
All right, good morning, Ms. Rocks. Hang on for me 1 moment here. Let me get your paperwork. It is Rox, okay, ROX. All right, Ms. Rox, are you charged with one count of obstruction of an officer? The misdemeanor kind is a $1,500 bond. And you understand what you're charged with in the bond amount?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any, well, let me just clear this up here. On the application for court-appointed counsel, I just want to be clear here. There's no income that you listed.
Because it's not in my possession, it's my husband's, and I'm not sure how much.
Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much do you make a month?
5,600.
Okay, you said 5,600?
Yeah.
Okay, because on here it says 2K, so I was just trying to make sure. Well, let me make sure I have I'm looking at this correctly here. So 5,600 and the 560, that is the,
The 560 is the car, I think.
okay. All right, so at this time, ma'am, you won't qualify for a court-appointed attorney based on your income here. So you can either hire an attorney or represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna put it down as hire an attorney, and of course, if that changes, you can always change it, but just for today's purposes, but you won't qualify based on that application that you completed.
Okay, we have one.
Okay. All right, ma'am, if you, it's 1,500, I'll leave the prelim date. If you bond out, then it's automatically waived, but it's March 2nd at 8:30. All right, you have any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. Good luck to you.
Jennifer Partain.
All right, good morning. Tell me your last name once again, please. I'm sorry.
Partain.
What's the first letter?
P as in Paul, Partain.
Okay, P. I got you. Sorry. Jennifer, is that correct? Jennifer Partain?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Charged with one count of driving on the wrong side of the road. There's a $500 bond on that. One count of open container. It's a $500 bond on that. One count of DUI, alcohol, and there's a $5,000 bond on that. You understand the charges and the bond amounts?
Well, no, because my car stopped. So I was waiting on roadside assistance. I got a hybrid and the system shut down. So I pulled to the left side of the road. Okay.
Okay. All right. So certainly those facts that you're giving me,
Yeah, I understand.
you can definitely speak with your attorney, but I can just address what you're charged with and the bond amounts today. The details of your arrest, please speak with the attorney and share all of those with your attorney. But the bond amounts are $500, $500, and $5,000.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you have a preliminary hearing that is scheduled for March 2nd at 8:30. And also, I reviewed the court-appointed application form here. So you have a question mark on the income. I'm sorry, is it 4,500?
Yes, sir, that's what I make.
Okay. All right. So at this time, you do not qualify for an attorney.
I have one. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Georgia Man.
Hello,
Hello,
how you doing, ma'am? What's your name?
Georgia Man. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. You said George, say your last name for me, please, again?
Man, M-A-N-N.
Okay, man. Okay. One moment for me, please, man.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Mann, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. And there is a $2,500 bond on that offense. Do you understand what you're charged with and the bond amount?
Yes,
All right, ma'am, you're charged with that offense that brings special conditions, and the special conditions here include no contact with Edward Mann, date of birth 8/18/68. That is your husband?
yes,
All right, ma'am, you are at this time also ordered to not return to the premises of 2445 Rex Road, apartment Y41 in Ellenwood. And if you are to return or need to return, you can make an appointment with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office to have a deputy escort you to that location. And that's for the duration of this proceeding until it's resolved, that those conditions will remain in place. Do you understand what you're charged with, the bond amount and those special conditions?
yes, sir.
All right. You don't have the amount of money you make on your application for court-appointed counsel. How much do you make each month?
2,200.
All right, at this time, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. And your preliminary hearing scheduled for March 2nd at 8:30. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
No,
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
thank you.
State your name, put your hands behind your back.
With Jessica Morgan.
All right, good morning. Said Morgan, Miss Morgan.
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Morgan, in charge of one count of battery or simple battery. That's a misdemeanor. $3,500 bond. Do you understand what you're charged with in the bond amount?
Yes, sir.
All right, there's special conditions on your bond. The first is that you're to stay away. Is it Dunyn Smith?
Excuse me?
D-U-N-Y-N? Who is that person? Smith? All right. Date of birth 8/1/89. Stay away from that person. No contact directly. Stay away from 8928 Yarmouth Drive in Jonesboro. If you are to return to that location and you have belongings there, you must schedule an appointment with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office so that you can have a deputy to escort you. Do you understand those special conditions?
Yes, sir.
All right, how much money do you make each month?
I'm currently unemployed.
Can you say that once again, please?
I'm currently unemployed.
Okay. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you. Good morning. What's your name, ma'am?
Sandra Smith.
All right, Ms. Snow, hang on for me one moment here. Let me just pull your paperwork. All right, Ms. Snow, in charge of one count of simple assault. It's a misdemeanor. It carries a fine here of $3,500. You understand what you're charged with and the bond amount.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you have special conditions. You're to have no contact with Teresa Snow. Date of birth, March 18, 1971. You're not to return to the premises of 3340 Glen Hollow in Rex, Georgia. If you are to return there for any belongings that you have, you must make an appointment with the Clayton County Sheriff to have a deputy escort you. You understand your bond?
Yeah.
Special conditions.
Yeah.
All right. I will appoint an attorney to represent you based on your application here. And do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You have a good day. Good luck to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tahani Williams.
Good morning. I'm sorry, can you say your name once again, please?
Tahani Williams.
Williams. All right, Miss Williams, good morning. So you have a one count of trafficking marijuana. That's a felony. At this time, I cannot give you a bond based on the nature of that offense. You have a preliminary hearing court date of March 12th. Right, do you understand what you're charged with and the prelim date, and there's no bond at this time? Do you understand all of those things?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I reviewed your application here for court-appointed counsel. Besides the monthly income, do you have any other source of income?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Here, did appoint an attorney. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Your Honor, that was the last female.
Thank you, Deputy. I can place the females.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, good morning to you, sir. Is this Mr. Dennis or Adam?
This is Joshua Allen, sir.
All right, Adam Dennis. What is your which one is your first name, sir? Is it Gerard Dennis Adam?
No, my name is Joshua Dean Allen.
Joshua Dean Allen.
Yes, sir.
Judge Knight,
Yes, Deputy Knox.
Adam Dennis. Dennis is his last name.
Okay, Adam Dennis.
Yes, sir.
I'm not.
Okay, but that's not him though. Is that him?
No, sir, this is Mr. Allen.
This is
You
Alan.
want- Yes, sir, because I was doing an alphabetical order. You want to start with Mr. Dennis? You can, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, no, we can stay with him. We can stay with
Okay,
him. I just have my paperwork. I had Adam Dennis as first.
right, I know, I explained that to
Yeah,
him.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Go ahead and tell me your name one more time for me. Make sure.
Joshua Allen.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
You don't know, see my face.
Like two names were thrown out there, and I'm like, oh, which one is it again? All right, Joshua Dean Allen. That is you, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir? Hello. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, we went out just for a moment there. All right, Mr. Allen, you are charged with one count of tinted window violations, a $500 bond, possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana, $1,500, use of drug-related object, $500. Possession of or violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession of meth, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and theft by receiving stolen property, that being a firearm. On those last 3 felonies, sir, your bond, you do not have a bond at this time. You understand what you're charged with and the outcomes of bonds, sir?
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't be able to get a bond until, well, would they give me a bond for that?
That I cannot tell you, sir. You have to speak with court-appointed counsel. I did review your application for counsel. That person will be speaking with you very soon. And that person is the person you can discuss bond amounts with and when you can get bond or when you'll be eligible for a bond. And your preliminary hearing date, sir, will be scheduled for the 12th of March at 8:30. All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, so the 12th would be when I would know what, they're gonna do, or I could get bond before that.
Yes, sir, it's possible you can get bond before that. So that's what I mean when I'm saying keep in touch with that attorney once they come to see you or get in contact with you somehow in the next coming days. And that person will be able to put things in motion as far as bond goes.
Okay, so you don't know who the attorney will be?
No, sir, the public defender would make that decision when they get your paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. One moment for me, sir. One moment for me.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Roger Arnold.
All right, Mr. Arnold. Are you charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act? That is possession with intent to distribute marijuana. There is a $7,000 bond on that offense. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime is $10,000. No lights, fail to yield, and child restraint violation is $500 on each of those 3. Sir, you understand the offenses you're charged with and the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a preliminary hearing date. And that date, Mr. Arnold is March 10th at 8:30. Bond out, sir, that's waived. And lastly, sir, you completed this application for court-appointed counsel. And I just want to be clear here, do you have any source of income?
Nah, I lost my job due to COVID.
Sorry to hear that, sir. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. And do you have any questions?
So it was 10,000, 7,000, and then 1,500.
Correct, sir, yes.
Thank you, sir. That's all.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
You too, sir.
Thank you. All right, sir, good morning. What's your name?
Joshua Bell Smith.
All right, Mr. Bell Smith. One moment here for me, sir. Give me one moment here, sir. I just want to double check something here. All right, Mr. Bell Smith, thank you for your patience there, sir. You charge a one count of tag on non-expired or invalid 500 bond, license, driving while license suspended 1,500, and no insurance 1,000. Sir, you understand those offenses that you're charged with and the bond amounts on each?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep the date? Do you make this bond?
Mm.
Would you like to waive or keep it?
How, what you mean by waive?
All right, sir. Waive means that I'll keep the date for you, sir. And I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. And you can discuss further with your lawyer. All right, so your date will be March 2nd at 8:30. One last question here, sir. What is the monthly amount you make?
I would say about 1,200.
All right, it wasn't on your form, that's why I was asking. All right, do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. One moment here for me, sir.
Joseph Brown. Mr. Brown, come on up. Come on.
All right, what's your name, sir?
David Billings.
All right, Mr. Billings. You're charged with one count of arson in the first degree. There's no bond today on that offense. Charged with one count of aggravated assault and one count of criminal damage to property in the second degree. Each of those carry a bond amount of 7,000 each. Sir, you understand the offenses you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I see that you, well, let me back up here. You have a preliminary hearing that's scheduled for April 12th at 8:30. And you completed this application for court appointed counsel. Do you have a source of income, sir?
No, sir, I lost my job getting over.
All right, sir, I'm sorry to hear that. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. And please be in touch with that person once they make contact with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
All right, yes, sir.
Step up, Mr. Brown. Mr. Phillips, sit down.
All right, is this Joseph Brown? Are you Joseph Brown, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Hang on for me one moment here, Mr. Brown.
Clark.
Did you,
Clark.
Mr. Brown, did you complete an application for court appointed counsel?
Is Ron.
No, I'm very counsel, man. I just take guilty, whatever it is.
All right, so sir, did you complete this form here? It's application for court appointed attorney. Did you complete a form like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see your form, so just hang on for me one moment here. Hang on for me one moment here, sir. I don't see your form here. I'm sorry, Deputy, can we bring him back? Because I don't see his form just yet. I just want to make sure that.
You can move to the next one.
Yeah, and we'll come back, sir. We'll come back to you.
Sit down. Go on, Mr. Clark. Sit down. Tell me your name, put your hands behind your back.
Devon Clark.
Mr. Clark. One moment, sir. All right, Mr. Clark, you're charged with 1 count of battery. Sir, at this time, there's no bond on that offense.
Mr. Brown.
I'm sorry, is this Mr. Clark, right? Devron Clark?
Yes.
There's no bond at this time on that offense. Sir, you have a preliminary hearing date, and that's scheduled for March 10th at 8:30. Sir, do you have a source of income?
No, sir.
All right, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, well, that will conclude your matter this morning. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Judge Gardner, come on, Clark. Judge Knight.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Brown forgot to fill out his paperwork. That's probably too much. That's probably why you don't have his stuff. So we have him fill it out right now. We're just gonna move on to Mr. Davis, Johnny Davis.
He could bring it back tomorrow. He could come back tomorrow because it still would need to get over to me.
No, we can get it scanned over to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, by the time we finish, we'll fit Mr. Brown in. We just gonna keep on moving.
I got you. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, this is Johnny Davis up there. Mr. Dennis.
Hang on for me one moment, sir.
Yes, sir.
Keep finished. Keep finished.
All right, Mr. Davis, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, you're charged with 1 count of driving while license suspended, $1,500 bond, 1 count of giving a false name, date of birth or address. It is 1,000 bond, and 1 count of red light violation, 500. Sir, you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Hang on for me one moment. My lights went out.
Okay.
Here we go. No, you're good. You're good. I just need to wave my hand. It's a motion light here. All right, sir. So it's 1,500, 1,000, and 500. All right, sir. I have a preliminary hearing date for you. And that is the 2nd of March at 8:30. Also, sir, I have your application for court-appointed counsel. I'm looking at it here. I want to make sure there's no, you have some numbers crossed out. What is your monthly income?
If you take child support out, it'd be about $750.
Okay. All right, sir. I'm going to go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
So if I make bond, just wait a preliminary hearing.
Exactly, sir. Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Adam Dennis, sir?
All right, sir. Mr. Dennis?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. You're charged with one count of driving while license suspended. And that is a penalty, a bond amount of $1,500.
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're charged with your bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right, so your preliminary hearing, do you wish to waive that?
I'm bonding out. I just keep, I'm bonding out still.
All right. So you will make your bond, so that will be waived once you bond out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let me go ahead and check this off here. And lastly, sir, your application here for court-appointed counsel, I reviewed it and I approved it.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you.
Timothy Evans.
All right, Mr. Evans, give me 1 moment here. Let me put away Mr. Dennis's paperwork here. I got you here, sir. All right, you charge a 1 count of criminal damage to property, and there's a $1,500 bond, sir, and there's special conditions. Stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, mail, email, pager, telephone, third person, from the workplace or home of Brenda Campbell, date of birth 5/23/1953. Also, sir, not to return to 6569 Homestead Road, Lot 6, Clayton County, and you are to make an appointment if you need to go back to that resident, make an appointment with the Clayton County Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
You understand what you're charged with, the bond amount, and the conditions.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I'm looking at your application here, sir, for court-appointed counsel. I just want to, you have, so there's no income, no outside income here, sir. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Stay in touch with your lawyer here, sir. And I give you the preliminary date of March 2nd at 8:30. That's your prelim date. If you bond out, it's automatically waived.
Yes, sir.
You have any questions, Mr. Evans?
That Brenda Campbell, she is deceased now.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I'll leave the condition in there as far as returning.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Good luck to you, sir.
Anthony Gibbons.
All right, Mr. Gibbons, good afternoon, sir. You charged with 1 count of battery, and there is a $5,000 bond on that.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you understand what you're charged with and the bond amount?
Yes, sir.
Special conditions with that bond. Sir, you are to have no contact with Sydney Clifford, date of birth October 3rd, 2001. Not to return to 2445 Rex Road, Building 1, Apartment 7. If you need to go back to that location, you must schedule an appointment with the Clayton County Sheriff within 10 days of your release. So for them to go with you to that location. Sir, you understand what you're charged with and the special conditions of your bond as well as the bond amount.
Yes, sir. I got one question.
All right. Before we get there, sir, I must let you know that your preliminary hearing date is scheduled for the 2nd of March at 8:30. I did review your application for court-appointed counsel, and I will approve it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome, sir. What questions do you have?
My name is over that apartment. That's my apartment. She don't live there. So it's like that's the only place I got to go with that. Like I pay the bills, but she don't live there. So I was like, how I go about that?
Where she live?
She moved back with her mom. Like everything. Like she got all her stuff when the police, and the same day I got arrested. She moved all her stuff out.
Was she ever on the lease or anything?
Sir?
Was she ever on the lease or?
She was, then she got off the lease.
When did she get off the lease? After this or before this?
See, I think it was before this, but I'm gonna judge. Y'all gonna have to look into that, but I'm pretty sure it was before.
All right, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and take that special condition off, so you can return there, but you can't have any contact with her.
Thank you, sir.
How about that? You're welcome. All right, sir.
And
Good
then
luck to you, sir. Any
you
other
said,
question?
Yeah, my next court date is
March 2nd.
I appreciate that, sir.
All right, no problem. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Okay.
All right.
If you don't want to, you don't want to much, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Is this Mr. Griggs?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Griggs, you're charged with one count of improper lane change, the 500 bond, and one count of possession of less than an ounce of marijuana. 1,500. All right, sir. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 2nd of March. You understand what you're charged with, your bond amount and your prelim date?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I'm reviewing your application here for court-appointed counsel, and just want to be clear, you have nothing for income a month.
Because I'm really not, like, I just got out of prison, sir. So, like, you know, due to COVID, so I've been doing heating and air conditioning. I've been washing cars, trucks, trailers. Like, my work ain't consistent. You get what I'm saying? So I really don't have no certain amount that I make a month. I'm just making ends meet right now, and I'm trying to stay out of trouble.
I got you, sir.
Not doing nothing to go back to prison. I know this is trouble, but I'm too much for doing anything to go back to prison.
I understand, sir, and it's commendable on your efforts there. And I will appoint an attorney here, sir, to represent you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have any questions?
Yes, sir. I have a situation. My mom and my dad passed while I was in prison.
Hang on.
I have the money to post a bond, but I don't have nobody to sign my bond because my mom and my dad has passed. My wife is Hispanic, and I'm trying to get her paperwork straight. She's been working. She's been here 20 years. She's been working the whole time she's been here, but she don't have her paperwork straight, and I'm trying to get her paperwork straight. Now, we already did all the paperwork to get her paperwork straight, but like she can't sign my bond, and we have a 1-year-old son at home. So is there any kind of way you can find it in your heart to try to help me out with a signature bond? Because like I said, I have money, I just don't have nobody to sign my bond because my mom and my dad have passed.
Well, sir, these bond amounts I just read to you, they're preset. You probably know these amounts before I told you. Is that correct?
You said it's 500 and 1,500?
Correct, sir.
They gave me a different amount.
Well, this is the amount that is preset. And when I printed out your paperwork, if you look at it, it was already on there.
Yes, sir.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So it's set already, and that's what it is. Unfortunately, we don't do signature bonds.
Okay.
So I apologize to you on that, but I understand your situation, and I hope that it can be resolved in a different way. Maybe someone else, can help you, or maybe the bonding company will maybe able to give your wife or you some better direction.
Yeah, because the situation is crazy because policy here keep you from using the phone like that until you get to where you need to be at. So I can't really communicate with my people to try to find somebody to sign the phone. You get what I'm saying? My phone communication ain't there.
I do, sir, but I can't control what happens there at the jail. That's the sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Goes to jail, so we have no control over that. So all I can do is I'll tell you those amounts there, sir, and I hope for the best for you. Hope it works out for you, sir. And
All right, thank you, sir.
Appreciate what you're saying about what you're doing is to stay on the straight path there, sir. So good luck to you.
All right, thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Dominic Haynes.
Hang on for me, sir. All right, Mr.
Tell me your name.
Dominic Haynes.
Mr.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Hayes, you're charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and that's possession of marijuana. 10,000 bond. Knowingly driving on a suspended tag is 1,000. Fleeing from police, 1,500. License none or class violation or unlicensed, 1,000. Reckless driving, 1,500. And possession with intent to distribute, 10,000. Sir, you understand what you're charged with and the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a preliminary hearing date, and that date is March the 10th at 8:30. All right, sir, I just reviewed the application for court-appointed counsel. Is the 220, is that a week or a month?
That's just what I had in my pocket. Hey.
All right, sir. That's what you had in your pocket, I see. So I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
Okay.
All right, you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Come on, Mr. Haynes. Mr. Hightower, step up and tell me your name. Tell me your name, Mr. Hightower.
Colonel Hightower.
Put your hands down. Move up. Move up.
All right, Mr. Hightower. Sir, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. It's a $2,500 bond. You're charged with one count of loitering or prowling. So it's $1,000 bond. Sir, you understand what you're charged with and the offenses? I mean, the offenses you're charged with and the bond amounts.
Yes.
All right, sir, there's a special condition on your bond. You're not to return to 600 North Terminal Parkway, which is the airport. All right, Hartsfield Jackson, you understand that special condition, sir?
Yes.
All right, you may have to sign off on this bond order that I signed. There'll be a place on the bottom that I put an X on, and you'll sign off. It'll be on the bottom here where it says defendant. And you'll sign off on it down there for me. All right. Yeah, you have a preliminary hearing date and it's scheduled for the 2nd of March at 8:30.
That means I'll be released that day?
That means that you have your preliminary hearing that day, sir. If you're able to bond out, you can be out before then. I said that you make $5 million a month. Is that correct, sir? You're being funny here on this form?
No,
All right. It says you make $5 million a month, sir.
how do I make 5 million, right?
That's what the form says.
Oh, no. I don't even make 5 million.
I'll change it for you, sir. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. And you have any questions for me? Any questions, sir? Mr. Hightower?
No.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Good afternoon, y'all.
G. Jones.
Good afternoon, sir.
Nathan Holland.
Say your name, Mr. Nathan Holly.
Mr. Nathan Holland, yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, sir. You are Mr. Holly with 1 count of criminal damage to property, 2nd degree. 7,000 is your bond on that offense, and driving while license suspended 1,500. Sir, you understand what you're charged with on the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. There's a special condition on here that you're not to have any contact with Tadzia Treadwell Lewis, date of birth, June.
Yes, sir. Not yet.
June 11th, 1975. Sir, you understand the special condition?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have to sign off on the bottom of this bond order, acknowledging that you understand that. And you have any questions about the bond amount, special conditions, or the charge?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you have a preliminary hearing date of March the 10th at 8:30. And I'm looking at this application for court-appointed counsel. It says 15 monthly, but since COVID is 900, is that correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes, sir. Is that weekly? Is that or monthly?
that's weekly.
It's weekly. Okay.
Oh, no, that's monthly. Oh, the 900 is monthly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make
Yeah, that's
sure.
monthly.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It was monthly, from 15 to 900 a month now.
Okay, that's why I was trying to make sure, because the way you had it written, I thought that you meant that was weekly. Okay, sir. Well, I have you down here, appointed an attorney to represent you. All right, we'll be in contact with you shortly. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Good luck.
Giovanni Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones. Good afternoon to you, sir.
You too.
All right, you have a 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property, the felony kind, 10,000 on that offense. Possession of marijuana, misdemeanor, less than an ounce, 1,500. Possession of drug-related objects, misdemeanor, 500. And possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Your bond is denied on that offense today. Sir, you understand what you're charged with and what's happening with bond?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. You have a preliminary hearing date, and that date is March the 12th at 8:30.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I did review this application here for court-appointed counsel, and I will approve it. And do you have any questions for me?
What if I'm not a convicted felon?
Well, you can discuss that with your court-appointed attorney,
Yes, sir.
and that individual can take the necessary steps to go about seeing if that charge can be dismissed by the state. All right, that can happen as early as possibly your preliminary hearing or before that.
Yes, sir.
All right, so it'll be good to stay in touch with that person, let them know all the details of your case.
Okay, so the one that I have is 10,000, 1,500, and
500.
500. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Jordan.
What's your name?
Jordan.
All right, Mr. Jordan. You're charged with one count of possession of less than an ounce of marijuana. It's a misdemeanor. 1,500 is your bond on that offense. Obstruction, misdemeanor, 1,000. Theft by receiving stolen property, 5,000. Possession of a handgun by a person under 18, misdemeanor, 5,000. So you understand what you're charged with in the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you have a preliminary hearing date scheduled for March 10th at 8:30.
Yes, sir.
And I see on your form, your application for court-appointed counsel that you may hire your own attorney.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have any questions for me?
Can you repeat my bond again?
Yes, sir, 1,500, 1,000, 500, and 500.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
One moment here, sir, one moment. What's your name?
Daquan Lester.
All right, Mr. Lester, you are charged with give me one moment here, sir. One moment here. Deputy, I just was double checking on my, Ms. King bonded out, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, yeah. That's what I thought. All right, sorry about that, Mr. Lester. I had someone else's paperwork in front of me here. All right, yeah, you're charged with one count of violation of a Georgia of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, THC. $3,500 bond on that offense. And you're charged with defective headlights, $500 bond. So you understand those offenses and the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
You have a prelim date of March the 10th at 8:30.
Thank you, sir.
So, I'm looking at your application here for court-appointed counsel. Is that 1,200? Is that the number?
Yes, sir.
A monthly or is that weekly?
Monthly.
Okay. All right, sir. I will go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you. Sir, you have any questions for me?
No, not at all, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir? Anthony Marasquin?
How you doing, sir? Hang on for me one moment, please. All right, Mr. Maraskin, thanks for your patience there. You're charged with one count of possession of marijuana. It's more than an ounce, a felony kind. And it's a $10,000 bond on that offense. You're charged with speed restrictions, maximum limits, $1,500 bond, that's a misdemeanor. Reckless driving, $1,500. And possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and that is $10,000. So you understand what you're charged with in the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a preliminary hearing date, and that's scheduled for March the 10th at 8:30.
Yes, sir.
All right, and lastly, is at the 2,400 monthly, and I see, is that monthly? Okay. All right, so, sir, I will go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you here. And you have any questions for me?
What was the bond amount again?
All right, we have 10,000, 1,500, 1,500, and 10,000. So those are the amounts.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you, sir. All right.
Afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Christopher Molnix.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Say your name one more time.
I'm Christopher Molnix.
Okay, Mr. Molnix.
I know, it's pretty unique.
Yeah, I got you. I've never seen that name before. Where's that from?
Ireland.
Ireland? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You ever been?
No, sir.
You got to make it there.
I would love to.
So you can know what the origins of your name is about, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
All right. Once you get out of here, let's make that happen.
Absolutely, sir.
That sound like a good event.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Molnix, I got here one count of no license or class violation, driving on license. It's a $1,500 bond. And then I got center turn lane violation, 500. So you understand those charges and the bond amounts?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I have a prelim date, and that is for March 2nd at 8:30. And I'm looking at your application here for court-appointed counsel. There's no income?
Yes, due to COVID, all operations is temporarily suspended until further notice.
Okay. All right, sir. Sorry to hear that. So I will appoint an attorney here to represent you.
Yes, sir.
And stay in touch with that person. And you have any questions for me?
No, sir, not at all.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Make sure you make that Ireland trip happen.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm Tommy Pope.
Okay, understandable. There. What is your name? Make sure I got the right person.
Tommy Pope.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pope. You are charged with one count of the violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and that is possession with the intent to distribute marijuana. It's a felony, sir. At this time, I cannot give you a bond, so your bond is denied today. Sir, you understand what you're charged with and the position on bond today?
Yes, sir. So it's denied today.
Exactly, sir. And what I will let you know, though, is I reviewed your application here for court-appointed counsel. And you mentioned here that you're getting your own lawyer. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, sir. Make sure I'm noting that to be clear here. And I also have here, sir, your preliminary hearing date is scheduled for March the 12th.
March 12th. Oh.
Yes, sir. You have any questions? You understand everything I mentioned to you?
Yes, sir. It's just, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do this about a lawyer because as someone said earlier, no phone time.
Well, sir, I have no control over that.
I understand.
But I'm sure that you'll be allowed to use the phone at some point and go from there. But do you have any other questions that do you think that I can answer for you?
Oh, no, that'll be it.
All right, sir. Well, good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Jordan Slavin, sir.
All right, sir. How you doing this morning or this afternoon? All right, hang on for me just one moment, sir. All right, Mr. Slacum, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass and the misdemeanor kind, and it's a $3,500 bond, sir. You understand what you're charged with on the bond amount?
You said 3,500, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have special conditions on this bond order here. I have no contact with Giovanna Nash, date of birth, April 28th, 1998, not to return to 2421 Rex Road in Ellenwood. If you must return there, sir, you have to make an appointment with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and do so within 10 days of your release from jail. You understand those special conditions, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so on the bond order that I signed off on, there'll be a place for you on the bottom to sign off on. You'll sign off on that once you're receiving a copy. And your preliminary hearing, sir, is scheduled for the 2nd of March at 8:30. Any questions for me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, well, thank you. Good luck to you, sir. How you doing, sir?
It could be better, but I'm doing all right. How about yourself, sir?
Oh, man, I understand completely what you mean. It's gonna get better for you. All right, just hang in there, and just want to make sure I got the right person here. It's Ernest Stoudemire. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir.
All right. And Mr. Stoudemire, charged with 2 misdemeanor offenses here. One is driving while license suspended. $1,500 is your bond, and one is defective equipment or headlight violation, $500. You understand the bond, the charges and the bond amounts?
Yes, sir, I do, sir.
All right, so you have a preliminary hearing date scheduled for March the 2nd at 8:30. If you bond out, of course, that is waived. And I'm looking at your application for court-appointed counsel. Approve it, appoint an attorney to represent you. And
I'm sorry, sir. You was going in and out, sir. The video was skipping when you were just speaking, sir.
okay, thank you for letting me know. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Perfectly fine.
Okay, great. So I reviewed your application for court-appointed counsel, and I just approved it. So you'll have an attorney to represent you. You're welcome. All right, so you have an attorney to represent you on these offenses, and do you have any questions for me?
The
preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 2nd of March.
Okay.
2nd of March. If you bond out of jail, that goes away.
Right. Understandable.
All right, any other questions?
No, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
How you doing today, sir?
Hey, good morning. I'm good. How you doing? Or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Durham Streeter here.
Streeter.
He's breaking up, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, sir.
All right, Mr. Streeter, you're charged with one count of tag expired or none are invalid.
Yes, sir.
Misdemeanor,
Yes, sir.
500.
Yes, sir.
No insurance or driving without valid insurance, 1,000.
Okay.
You understand what you're charged with in your bond amount?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, and I reviewed your application for appointed counsel, and I did approve it for you to get an attorney.
Yes, sir.
All right, your preliminary hearing date is the 2nd of March at
Okay.
8:30.
Okay.
All right, you have any questions?
That preliminary hearing, if I find out, that does get waived, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. That's all the questions, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is this Mr., what's your name, sir? Tua.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Mr. Tua. All right, sir, you're charged with one, well, do you know what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
All right, there's no bond today on that offense. You have any questions?
You said there's no bond,
There's no bond on that offense, sir.
so I have to file for a bond or?
Yes, sir. You have a preliminary hearing date of March the 12th, I'm sorry. One moment for me, sir. One moment. Did you complete the application for the appointed counsel?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. I will appoint an attorney to represent you.
In the meantime, can I try to get to my ex-lawyer probably? I'm gonna try.
Well, sir, you can speak with any lawyer you want. I appointed an attorney to represent you. And if you want to hire your own lawyer, of course, you're free to do so as well. But, and that lawyer can tell you the steps to get bond.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Judge Knight.
I'm here.
Did you receive the paperwork from Mr. Brown yet?
I did. I just got to go to the printer to get it.
All right, thank you. He's at the podium.
All right, so hang on for me one moment. I want to go back just for 1 second here, though. Joseph, that's on Joseph Brown, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so hang on for me. What happened to Almond Gray? Is that person bonded out? Yeah, I'll be right back to get the paperwork on Brown.
Sure.
All right, I got the paperwork on Brown. All right, Mr. Brown. Give me one moment here, sir. All right, Mr. Brown, you're charged with 1 count of obstructing an officer.
What?
Can you hear me?
No,
Can you hear me?
no. No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you, Judge Knight.
All right. All right, so you charge sir with 1 count of obstructing an officer. And
Yeah,
one,
I thought I was charged 2 counts of lottery.
all right, listen to me, sir. You're charged with 1 count of obstructing an officer and 1 count of loitering or prowling. And on each of those offenses, it's 1,000 each.
I'm not paying.
You hear me?
I'm charged dropped, I'm not paying. I think that jail.
You're charged with 1 count of obstruction and 1 count of loitering or prowling. And each of those.
What you talking about?
Mr. Brown, be quiet.
Give this to the judge.
Sir, can you hear me?
I hear
All right, you're charged with 1 count of obstruction and 1 count of loitering or prowling. Each of those is $1,000 on each of those offenses. Sir, you understand what you're charged with and the bond amount on each?
you. No, I don't.
All right, sir. Deputy, we can bring him back tomorrow.
Yes, sir, that's fine. You'll understand better tomorrow. Come on, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Okay, Judge Knight, we're finished.
That's the last one, Judge.
All right, and I think that's all, right? That's everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right, I appreciate y'all. I'm back again tomorrow, so we'll do it again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
both.
good day.
Yes, sir.
To the weekend. Thank you.